lost control of her vehicle and ended up inside this popular sushi restaurant. Take a look at some of the damage caused by that crash. He makes plans to meet the man behind the ad here at this gas station with police. That's when everything went wrong. Law enforcement officers made their way to this East Bakersfield neighborhood. They seized guns and obtained at least 4 people. He's a Bakersfield grandfather who has plenty of candy and ghosts and plenty of monsters. If you take a closer look at the trash that I'm standing on top of, property owners say it's not just people doing the illegal dumping, but businesses as well. Water and food aren't the only things needed in your emergency kit, but items such as Band-Aids, even batteries. The odds of winning the big jackpot, get ready, 1 in 259 million. The road closed sign is still up, as well as most of the caution tape around the homes here in this neighborhood. It was in this very alleyway here in downtown Bakersfield where Ryan Sukola says a man was holding a knife, threatening a lot of people. Imagine being in front of your home or just walking to your car at night. If our TV camera lights were not here, it looks something like this. Thank you for choosing 23 ABC News at 11. I'm Carlos Correa. Fire burning east of Lake Isabella has grown to 900 acres, and now roads around the fire have been closed to the public. This is the area where the Nichols fire is burning. The drought is making fighting fires difficult, and now it could also cost you. House fires are a major concern impacting Kern County residents. To bring back the drive-in, take a look now at this live picture. Organizers are setting things up for tonight's big debut. You know, many of us had to wear masks like this just to protect ourselves from flying debris, but now that things have settled, the real work begins.
You can see the remains. Everything has a nice layer of dust on it.
Debris and dust is all that's left in this northwest Bakersfield neighborhood after strong winds blew into Kern County.
As you can see, flowers, leaves, anything that's loose with the amount of dust we had, the pools tend to be a magnet.
And no one knows just how hard the wind was blowing except Bo Brasher, who services more than 20 pools after a good dust storm hits.
It's a good way to make a living. Can't really complain too much, except when the wind blows.
But what makes last night's storm even worse is the lingering drought.
The field's not getting any water, and we get these dust storms, and it just kicks it up, and there's no rain, so it just drops down, and it ends up in the pool.
And he's not the only one that benefits from all the dust. At Cruce Through Express, the car wash is in demand.
Hello, how are we doing today?
Car after car, the dust storm has become a hot topic.
Look at my car! It is pretty nice.
It made my car look terrible.
It felt like an inch of dust accumulated on the car. So when I have a white car, so it showed up significantly.
But all the dust that blew in made the day for workers more than just average.
One of the busiest day, I guess, non-stop. It's a pretty good day for a Wednesday, which usually are too busy. Will that be all for you today? Yeah. You guys have a great day. Thank you.
Now, that alert warning of a dust storm came through on many smartphones, and although people aren't too excited for the next one, pool services and car washes like the one behind me say they're ready to help clean. Every day, Delano resident Brian Silva soars in the sky. He spends most of his time at the Delano skate park, practicing his moves. You may see 1 or 2 birds flying by in the late afternoon. But it's not until the evening hours when the sun begins to go down where things take a turn.
When we do see them, we do talk about like, man, this is a lot of birds, and also like, man, eventually we're thinking the birds, the movie, it could actually come true.
And run as quickly as you can.
Unlike the movie, the crows in Delano don't usually attack. They line up on telephone poles, stand in trees, and leave their mark anywhere and everywhere.
A lot of the birds poop and stuff, so it can be a little bit hassle, and also like for us skaters, it kind of like, it does take a toll on the road when you try to ride across it.
City leaders say they've received plenty of complaints in the past about all these birds, but there's really nothing they can do about it. Besides, people living here in Delano are already used to them.
It's kind of just like a normal sight, but at the same time, it's kind of overwhelming too because it's so many.
Crews have used high-pitched sounds, strobe lights, and one year they used shotgun blanks to help relocate the birds, but no luck.
You can't really see the sky because there's so many birds, like probably like more thousands of them.
Most of the birds are seen along Highway 99 or on the west side of Delano in the Save Mart parking lot.
It's nasty. I mean, It's all bird poop everywhere.
In a community with no choice but to welcome its familiar visitors.
I don't think they want anything. I think it's just like we're in the middle of the Central Valley, so I think it has to do something with the weather.
In Delano, Carlos Correa, 23 ABC.
You're gonna do wrestling this year?
It was supposed to be a regular homecoming game.
Today's crowd. What's up, Sawyer?
But things didn't turn out the way Wasco High School students planned.
Pretty tragic, I guess.
Overnight, Kern County firefighters found 2 of the school's homecoming floats destroyed and school spirits crushed.
When I first got the text, I thought it was just a joke, like, oh, they were just messing with us, messing with me. But then I got like more and more texts about it, and I was just disappointed.
Students spent weeks putting thought into this year's float, which included a theme, costumes, and even a performance.
You know, it's kind of sad. You come in on homecoming during a long week of practice for skate and stuff, and up in flames.
Students say they were convinced homecoming was over until their principal stepped in.
Our principal, Mr. Talon, he made an announcement about it, like the show will go on, so we like kind of a little motivated by it. And then third period, you know, we saw some local businesses like carpenters and construction work come out and help out with the float.
School leaders say students are learning a valuable lesson that no matter how negative things are, a tiger never slows down.
You gotta persevere in life.
Is that Paso?
The game went on, and so did all the festivities for homecoming. And with the help of the community, this is one homecoming students won't soon forget.
Wow, the fire was, it represented us like getting knocked down. And we just came right back up because our community is pretty united.
In Wasco, Carlos Correa, 23 ABC. Jackie, the city of Arvin does not have emergency services, so oftentimes people end up at hospitals here in Bakersfield. Now there's a new measure that's cheaper and easier to access. Arvin High School theater student Victor Jimenez is on a different type of stage.
Where is he? The intruder.
There's no intruder. My ear hurts.
Acting out a familiar dilemma.
We need to take Abby to the emergency room now.
That solution has become too common in Arvin.
We don't want to tell people that they can't go. That's really a personal decision, but maybe to let them know, educate them on the alternatives.
Yeah, hello, do you speak English?
There are various agencies like Clinica Sierra Vista, as well as services that are often free and available for someone seeking medical attention.
Can you hear right? Yes, everything seems to be fine.
There's various screenings, and there's a lot of programs out there that are available to people that don't even have insurance.
My daughter here has an ear infection problem.
So we want to make sure people know that they can have access to these services to help prevent them from ever having to go to the emergency room.
The closest ER is about 25 miles away. A long and expensive trip for someone who may not know their situation can be easily solved by picking up a phone.
Well, it's better than waiting at an emergency room all day.
Certain things like an ear infection like we're doing here can be handled by the nurse hotline and can free up the phone lines for the more important crimes that might be happening around the community.
Current Family Healthcare offers a toll-free line where a nurse is standing by 24/7.
And they're able to let the nurse know what symptoms they're having, what's going on, and the nurses are able to give them their expert advice.
For Victor Jimenez, it's a simple skit that offers real-life solutions.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, more forums are being planned for southern Kern County as part of building healthier communities in Arvin. And Jackie, those programs are aimed at talking with people about having access to emergency and urgent care.